Hello, friends. So, in this video, I want to talk about something very probably cliche or very simple. So, people talk about kindness these days a lot. Like, I've noticed people talk about kindness in, like, say, in the work environments and like in life in general, or to strangers, or to say elders. Be kind and respectful to elders, or just be kind generally, right? So today, I want to like look at kindness from the perspective of a business. And so this thought came up when I was looking at some reviews on Google Maps recently. So today morning, my dad was saying like he wants to go to the saloon and get his hair cut and then shave and whatnot. And he mentioned that he's not going to go to the saloon that he went previously because he said they're pretty rude and like pretty arrogant or like not really welcoming and things like that. Like not really great experience is what he was kind of hinting at. And he asked me if this salon that I went to recently was good. And I said, yeah, it was good. And then he went there. So I want to show the example of this thing. Like, so the salon he went to. So this is the salon he went to, Oberoi, and you can see. I mean, it's hard to believe reviews on Google. Anyone can go ahead and like put a review on Google, and like, it's not verified. Like they can lie and whatnot, right? But after my dad told me this, that hey, it wasn't a great experience, I kind of understood why some people actually put some reviews over here, because sometimes I just wonder if these reviews are done by like some random people or random people or competitors or whoever, who pay some people to actually put reviews, bad reviews, or just competitors putting bad reviews in other people's business to ruin the business. But in this case, like when my dad said, hey, those people are rude or like it's not a great experience, and the way they talk, the tone is not great, I realized that some of this review might be true. Like, so here they say how like there are some barbers who are very rude to the customers. They tend to be aggressive and behave extremely rudely and things like that. And they talk about the person's name itself and then how they are harsh on kids and things like that, and how they yell and like are unprofessional, handle people, like handle things very harshly and are arrogant. And you can also see that there's the same thing over here. This is around 9 months ago, and this is around a year ago. It's weird though that they mention the same thing twice, but yeah, it is true that a lot of people actually take their kids and like get a haircut done in a salon. So it's possible that they noticed this. The person was rude to kids or something. And then interestingly, like I was thinking about this whole thing, like a business doing service and like how the service is an experience and like how being kind is not optional. They have to at least pretend to be kind or just be like okay if not kind. But rude is of course unacceptable any place, especially in workplace and in businesses. um, Zero tolerance for jerks is something pretty common, like in the industry that I am in the tech industry. And in general, I think it makes sense. Like people don't want to actually feel bad. They want a they don't want a bad experience. They don't want to feel bad. It's okay if you can't make them feel good, but you can't really just make them feel bad by just showing your anger or rudeness. So as a business, you have to do better. So that's where I saw a recent set of reviews on this thing called this restaurant called Achi Namak Kitchen, and interestingly, they were talking about the good service over here. If you notice, it's excellent food, pleasant ambience, good service. There were some bad reviews also, and then you can see the service being mentioned 20 times over here. So some people say need to improve service, but then here it says food is awesome. The Achi Masala service experience is kingly, and you know so tasty and good service, great service, tasty food, and quality food, good service, good service. It's also possible that these are fake. I mean, the company could have just asked people to just put fake reviews, probably people who didn't even go to this place. But if this is true, maybe people are looking at actually great experiences. Of course, people want great experiences. They want actually to feel good. or just feel like okay and not like feel hated by someone else. So um, you know, well, there are some bad reviews also that the service wasn't great, but you can see how people are actually kind. So you can see how the owner is actually kind over here and is trying to actually talk about like, hey, we are sorry about the inconvenience caused, and like, this doesn't happen again, and then things like that, right? So you can see the kindness happening over here as a business. You can see how they are trying to do better. So you can see the superb service being mentioned here, nice service, things like that, right? So uh, from the overview over here, you can see some service related stuff, and then you can see that people talk about the good service a lot over here. Um, so let me show you another example that's about. So you can see how they say smiling waiters, refill done quickly when asked. So it was good service and things like that. So I think being kind and doing your business properly is of course like a it's like a default. It's a no-brainer, but still I think time and again we have to keep emphasizing on it so that businesses actually do it. Or some businesses might be just arrogant and like maybe like hey, we have a lot of demand, we have a lot of customers, our customers don't have alternatives, so we are just going to be like, we will act however we want. And that's kind of probably the end of an era for that business, I guess. Sooner or later, when competitors come up and like do better in the areas that they are doing bad at. So of course, customer service, customer experience, all this stuff, user experience is pretty important, and that's clear from reviews over here. So of course, as a business, you would want kindness as a kind of like a default, or at least no rudeness. Of course, that's obvious. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to show this example and like talk about this. You can also see this similar example on say things like Decathlon website, where I noticed recently people talk about. I mean, people give bad reviews, and the owners or the administrators or the site people, the Decathlon folks, actually responded really well. So just a minute. They didn't say like, "Hey, you're lying" or things like that. They just said, "Hey, we're sorry." So you can see how this person says it's a waste product. It's a weighing scale, and I recently reviewed about this. And so it says this one says it's a waste product. Do not worth. It's not worth buying this. And then all the inputs we have to put in that Google can also do this and whatnot. So here you can see that this person from Decathlon says that we can see that you're not satisfied with the product, so we would allow you to invite you to any of the nearest Decathlon store in order to exchange or for a refund. Imagine this, right? Like they say we can do an exchange or even refund the money, so they're okay with that. It's important to us that the customers are more than satisfied. Maybe they are just saying it for online presence and may not be doing in reality. Who knows? I don't know, but still doing this is still, I think, pretty much cool. This is like a minimum, but of course if they're actually following this, that's pretty great. um, but yeah, it's obvious that businesses have to actually start looking at customers more holistically and look at the experience holistically and ensure that it's not a bad experience, and that will just make customers more loyal, I think. I know some people say, hey, customers are just loyal to businesses that work for them, like that are like cheaper for them or whatever works for them. But I have noticed customers who surely um, go against businesses, like customers who go against businesses when they're rude to them. Like for example, I don't like some businesses because of the past experience I've had with them. So I try to keep minimum business or minimum relationship with such businesses, or almost cut off all all ties up with them. So yeah, of course, like today my dad said, hey, like I'm not going to go to that previous salon because they were rude. So that salon just lost business basically. He used to go there quite sometimes recently, and then now he stopped because they were rude. So if you're running a business, focus on your customer, focus on their experience.